Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. We're going all the way in Game 3 versus tanjo3 versus jwiste in the Winners Bracket Quarterfinals of the Windbreaker Randomizer Season 4 tournament. I'm still George, but we've got a new set of commentators. Say hello, Mongol and Woofer CFG will be talking you through this match. One final time, we're going all the way.
Oh my god. Hello everyone, hello Woofer, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I only saw like half of the first two races, but I saw enough.
I saw a few things happen, and I can't wait for more things to happen. And also we have some nice file names that we're not gonna say on restream. And George is not laughing. Wonderful.
I should have swapped the stream order.
Yeah, that would have been good, but I think it's too late. The race is about to start. A few seconds before it starts. How do you think this game 3 is gonna go, Woofer?
Honestly, I have no idea who's gonna win. I kind of thought Tanjo might be the favorite going in, just based on race time points. You know, he's done a lot more races, but jwiste is apparently ridiculously fast.
Yeah,
so...
Jay is doing pretty damn well today. Let's not forget, Jay is a glitchless runner, so he does run this game in the background, so always pretty good.
You know, if you're like 4 hours of Wind Waker into the day, and it's game 3, and your winner's bracket life is on the line, I'd be pretty scared.
Oh, we're starting on Needle Rock Island, leaving straight away, because we can't do anything here right now.
Well, Jay is actually going to go to Islet of Steel and do this bombless entry here.
It's a pretty cute trick because you don't even need to be good at the game. You just kind of need to swim next to it until the game does the trick for you. Oh, mirror shield straight away from Tanjo inside of Mother and Child Isle. And while Jay about to start the seed by doing something that's not in logic. Gotta love it.
We'll see how many bombs it takes for these ships to knock down their friend.
Takes 3 to kill it, but how much time is it gonna take for 3 to hit?
You know, I've come close to drowning here before. It can get pretty bad.
Yeah, honestly, you should always leave your boat pretty close to you to do what Jay just did. It's always good to have like your life support next to you.
Depending on what item is here, that could change things quite a bit, because I assume Tanjo won't come back here until he has bombs.
That would be a fair thing to think, honestly. Well, Maggie with a Triforce Shard 1.
Wow.
And oak shot. That is pretty good. From here, we could pretty much just... I mean, it's a really long sailing segment, but you could always go to Diamond Step straight away if you want.
So I'd say hookshot isn't like a completely game-changing thing because Wind Temple isn't at Logic. However, it is an early weapon of some sort, and also Diamond Step, of course. Don't need to do Diamond Step early. So that'll probably save Jay some time.
The famous Diamond Step on time. I love that one. Easier to do.
I like Diamond Step late.
Diamond
That's my
Step late.
favorite.
Oh, that's when you finish the seed and you go back to do Diamond Step just because you like it.
Diamond Step's my favorite island. I
It's a
think
pretty
that's
good island.
Tanjo's second Triforce chart.
It is. If those were shards, that would be pretty hype.
I'm just
Tanjo,
completely desensitized to charts now.
Yeah, you just don't even notice them anymore. Unless it's Tingle charts, then I'm popping off. I love Tingle. Nice bait bag in the House of Wealth too. Forgot to mention that, but that's not a bad item to have. And yes, for the people that have not been here until this race, this is game 3 of a best of 3 between tanjo3 and jwiste. So we had 2 races. It's 1-1 right now. So winner takes it all. Another try for shard.
Wait, was that the third?
Yep, it is.
That's remarkable.
Th-
You know,
that's
if we find
amazing.
all 8, I think the game it's just gonna crash.
I've never seen all 8 being combined before.
Like in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh man. The unstoppable tingle, a 3 or 4 shard. Gotta say, kinda fun to see this place in first person.
I don't know if this is faster.
I don't know either, but it feels different. Oh, Tanjo now going for the 10 rupees that are hidden here. Always good to have like your 20 rupees before going to Beetle 20. Or boomerang at the end of the maze.
So the boomerang is nice for Tanjo. That's gonna let him do something like Cliff Plateau or the Crescent Moon sub. These locations that require some sort of weapon. And
Just anything to hit something with.
yeah. And the other thing is, with Bait Bag, Bird's Peak Rock is in logic, but if they can do Cliff Plateau, then they can just take the storage there. So that's not going to be a problem. No seagulls there today.
I mean, even if we had to use the seagulls, the bag is here. But it is a pretty rough puzzle with only the goal. To answer your question, ALA, the hookshot was inside of Islet of Steel today, so Jay went straight there, first thing he checked. And it's now time for that sub. This submarine looks so easy, but once you fall down, it just crumbles.
Yeah, it's painful. Every time I fall down here, I'm like, why? Why did this happen? Just
Every time I
rethink
do
my entire life.
Every time I do a practice seed, I try to do it with like the just 3 ropes, and every time I fell, I'm just like, oh man, I don't even know what practice anymore.
They spawned at Needle Rock. So it was pretty close to Islet of Steel.
And we got a shard there instead of a chart. What is this?
Yeah, that's not okay.
I don't like this. Starting to imply that the seed is gonna be fast again. And if the seed is fast again, George can't get any band points.
The Islet of Bronze is my favorite island.
Oh man.
But if I get
I'm a
too many
pretty-
band points, then when I have to learn Wind Waker.
That's not so bad. We
I'll
all
teach
do
you
it.
Wind Waker if you win. But it'll be
Oh.
during the seed. So you'll
I like
learn
that.
as you do this evil seed that takes you a week.
Love how everyone is inventing new islands now in chat. My favorite is the island of potassium.
And
for
you're
you.
doing that roll clip into Mesa's house. Pretty clean.
Yeah. Oh, an empty bottle.
So this bottle is kind of awkward because you'd love to have a bottle with a fairy in it at outset. But there's no fairies at outset unless you go into the Savage Labyrinth. Which I really don't think Tanjo's going to do right now.
That would be impressive with what he has.
I mean, maybe door cancel.
You
I don't
could.
think that's worth it.
It seems like, oh, and capitalism working wonders today. A wallet being bought for a few rupees. You're gonna need that wallet when you get more rupees. But before you can get more rupees, you need this wallet. Oh, Islet of Soup. I like that one. Can I live there, please?
So it's interesting that both runners decided to go to mother and child so early. And Jay is also going to find a bottle and then have to work back there again.
It is pretty funky, actually. Jay, though, has the hookshot here, so no need to take the slow path. Just hookshot up. Oh, and a nice roll clip straight into it.
I didn't actually know you could do that without a sword. If you just have an angle like that.
That's pretty interesting, not gonna
Time
lie.
to steal that strat.
Yeah, time to go full communism on it. Not your strat, it's our strats. And we're about to save Grandma. That's my kind of seed. Saving Grandma. 10 minutes into the seed. This is wonderful.
Look, I'm not someone who likes grandma, but I do like soup. And I like
You
dipping
like soup.
soup.
That's enough for me. Because there's both a grandma and a soup command, so they're both here for a reason.
I think the last time I actually commentated a standard rando race was with you in season 3, grand finals, when we said soup
Soup.
really loud.
Soup. Do we do it again?
I don't know if I'm capable. I think I've
you're
grown up.
capable. I will never grow up of this. Soup. I
I
love
think your
soup.
mic just
Oh,
exploded.
yeah, it
That was
definitely
beautiful.
clipped there. It definitely clipped there.
That was
It's a
worth
rock
it.
band mic. It has limits. Yep.
So Jay coming right back to outset with that fairy. Which honestly is totally fine because they haven't found great items yet. So it's not like the overworld is completely open.
It definitely isn't. There's a few pockets of checks here and there, but nothing great.
It is really nice though that they both have boomerang and bait bag. Those are the items that you need to do headstone all the way. So I'm assuming they'll just both go there right after and not do Earth Temple right away, although Jay also has the option to go to Diamond Step with the hook shot. So I
Then
guess we'll
Joe's
see.
just trying to scrounge for money to buy that bear. Now going for the roll clip. Meanwhile, Jay also saving Grandma. We have a second round of soup here. I also love the fact that the boomerang can cut trees. Like, if you're a lumberjack, don't get the chainsaw, get the boomerang. But it's much better. And time to see my favorite raft-shaped whale. Jaboon's cave is here. Hey, that's nice.
Well, I don't think Tanjo's gonna need many more rupees. Unless he needs to mail a note to mom later. So at least that bait's there.
Yeah, we got some bait for later. It's surprisingly useful.
I actually really love this chest in Jaboon's Cavern in Rando, because in the vanilla game, there's new players in the community who always ask, can you roll clip into Jaboon's Cave to get Nehru's Pearl? And the answer is always no, because you need the cutscene to trigger to actually get that pearl. But in the randomizer, the answer is yes. So much simpler.
Because Jaboon is not a whale, he's a raft with a chest on it. Kinda like Medley's a chest in Dragon Rose Cavern. It's kinda weird. At some point,
Look, as
you get
long as
used
I
to
get
it.
an item, I don't mind.
Yeah. At some point you get used to it, and then you play Vanilla, and you're like, what are you doing there, Medley? What? Andrew, kind of sad. I think forgot to buy a pair.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
those rupees and you don't spend them. This is the failure of capitalism.
Yeah. See, we have 1 rupee, but we have a pear and some bait. We have food for days now. Oh, and Jay using that hook shot and deciding to go to Diamond Step.
Did Jay buy a pair?
Good question, actually. I'm not even sure.
So this is interesting because he's going to be able to do all of Diamond Step, but then after that there's Needle Rock, where if he has a pair, he could do one of those checks. But then that means a potential double dip later, which is a bit awkward.
And now Tanjo back with a pair on Stone Island. It's against Time the Charm.
Love that watermelon.
Yeah, I love that watermelon. I think my favorite skin for the pair is actually the CJ skin because it's just a respect plus mission pass. It makes no sense. I love it.
That's a hard required Skullhammer with Forsaken Fortress and logic. I really think Tanjo's mistake there of not buying the pair could just be this is their third race after 4 hours.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's
that
really hard to
definitely.
just stay mentally on top of things. They're
I think
definitely warmed up, so the gameplay is going to be there, but those mental mistakes could be
Yeah,
huge.
they start to pop up more and more as you play. It's definitely a thing, and I think it even goes farther than that. Like, at some point, when you play too many seeds in a row, I don't know for other people, but I start to mix up seeds. Like, I don't remember where
Yeah.
things were. Oh, I do love that little corner that Jay's using. Wonderful that there's no floor there. If you want to show an out-of-bound clips to your friends, that's the one. Oh, was that a
There
green
it
one?
is. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my god. Could have been blue for me, so I had to double check. Definitely green, considering how people are acting in chat. Oh, we found Greg. Now warping to Forest Haven for jwiste. Tanjo
with
also
that-
warping there.
With that Diamond Step, it kind of means that Jay's early hookshot advantage isn't really too significant, especially since they found Boomerang right after.
You have a point there, but at the same time, Greg is there.
Yeah, 1 rupee more.
Yeah.
But Tanjo is still winning 3-2 in the rupee race.
If you want to be technical, Jay doubled his amount of money by going to Diamond Step, so it sounds better when you say it like that.
Tanjo with that Skullhammer is going to Cliff Plateau. So with either a Skullhammer or a sword, you can do Cliff Plateau slightly faster, and you can also do Bird's Peak Rock with chest storage much easier. So it's really nice to have one of those.
Meanwhile, we have Jay on Angular Island using that hookshot once again. All he wants to press the advantage of the hookshot, see if he can get something from it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Tanjo, until he gets the leaf or he goes to Islet of Steel, isn't going to be able to do this angular cave.
Yeah. Well, I was 2 years old when I learned you could do that middle trick with the hammer.
I'm never doing that. Too scary.
I still go up from the right side inside of that island. I'm way too scared for anything else. You can't void out on the right. It's beautiful. Oh, spoils bag. Now that is a hard required hookshot. Right? Right?
Yeah, I wish.
I wish. I mean,
So
this
once
is
again,
still-
that hookshot advantage getting nerfed.
Yeah.
But I think Jay's still fine.
Moving a little to the right before hookshotting to the chest. It's another nice thing you can do with the hookshot here. And a piece of art. And yeah, for the people that are wondering, the 3 dungeons we have today are Dragon Rose Cavern, Forsaken Fortress, and Earth Temple. It's on the trackers. We never said it's loud though. Just making sure that everyone is on the same page.
I think anytime that Earth Temple's on logic, it's kind of scary. That
It kinda
dungeon,
is.
unlike every other dungeon, has a really fast go mode and a really slow full clear. It's like the biggest difference. And with
Yep.
the left side in the basement, you kind of have like these two separate dungeons that are in there. So it'll be really interesting to see when they decide to go in that dungeon and how much overworld each runner is going to have left before they go in there.
It's definitely gonna be interesting. Also, we have Dragon Roost Cavern, which is another interesting dungeon because it's the only dungeon that you pretty much need nothing to get in. So it's one of those dungeons that some runners will actively dip way too early, according to other runners.
Yeah, I like to wait an hour and then I go into DRC. Once the
Yeah,
food has cooled down a little bit. Let the lava chill.
yeah. Oh, Jay almost rolling into the water there. All good though. Now I'm gonna do that little Wind Waker dive. And Tanjo following right behind. Boy, do I love that strat.
Yeah, the
Fly
day that
across
I have to do
platforms.
this check with Leaf will be the day that I forfeit a race.
I mean, maybe if you do the check with the leaf, but with storage too.
Well, I mean, imagine a seed where Leaf locks the bait bag, the boomerang, the bow, and bombs. That would be
that
terrible.
sounds like that really rare seed that you'd be annoyed to have, but also would be amazed to play.
Yeah, I don't know the chances of that, but they're astronomically low.
It is
Dream
really,
luck.
really low. Nice little side up here. Both of
Really
them.
clean strat from Tanjo there.
All of that for a treasure chart 39. I think we're going to bump print for Jay. I talked to that salvage court before.
So
That
many
makes
charts.
sense for them to have that. That makes sense. Your treasure hunting, you should have a treasure map.
So at a certain point with Dragon Roost Cavern seeds, I get frustrated if I do a ton of checks and I still haven't found leaf or bow or grapple or a sword. Because I really like entering that dungeon with all of those. And ideally also bombs or fire arrows to be able to go backwards. So
Yes, it is very nice. There's a
yeah,
bunch
this
of
is
items
just like,
that are very nice in that dungeon.
I know they still have quite a bit of overworld left, but so far this has been a pretty scarce early game. Lots
A lot
of
treasure,
charts and nothing.
a lot of charts, yeah. Jay now opening one of those overworld locations, and it's a sword.
That makes me a little happier.
A little less scared, basically. And we're gonna go for that second out of logic check that we can do with that nice Sidling strat. Oh, Wind God's Zarya. That's gonna be super useful today.
So normally I'd be a bit worried about doing an early paw print dip like this because it's possible to just do paw print in one dip if you have enough items. I think though it does make sense for these runners to go here because they haven't found anything really.
Yeah.
That's super useful for dungeons. And also both of them are ending up here, so obviously not a bad play at all.
And also, it's one of those seeds where we actually have Dragon Roost Cavern in logic, so you will be very close to paw print at some point, and you probably will have found your grapple by then. It could be a nice
Buying
way to do.
another piece of bait, not remembering Jaboon's Cavern and the bait that he got there.
Maybe he
So
just really likes to have baits.
maybe he's gonna go for hints. I hope not.
That would be a big first. I'm kind of rooting for it.
That would hurt me a little. hurt my soul.
It's alright. It's alright, Woofer. You'll get through it. Or
I
maybe...
hate hints more than Sim hates storage. What can I say?
Oh boy.
Alright, so they're at Crescent Moon. I don't know if they've checked for Ghost Ship chart. That's what I would do if I got here.
I don't think anyone checked for that yet. Also, we found another pearl here. Pretty neat. We don't really need them, but that one is the one that gives us mail.
Tanjo arriving here during the day, so even if he did have the Ghost Ship chart, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. Now we're doing some mini blend SMR on the ladder. I gotta say that I love that sub because there's so many ways to just cheat the system. Oh my god, we're going for hints. We're going for hints.
This hint is useless. I hope the fish just says nothing.
Last container in the place of all beginnings. We already knew
what
that.
island that is. Is that Outset?
It is, yep.
Okay.
Place of all beginnings is Outset. I do love the little bit of poetry that is going on with the hints.
See, now I hope Jay just wins by like 5 seconds, and it'll just be because of that hint.
That would be pretty hype.
It's best of 3 from now on in the winners bracket, the losers bracket, the races this week and next week, I think, are still best of 1. But if Tanjo or Jay lose, they'll end up in the losers bracket in a best of 3 round. So they'll be playing best of 3 from now on.
And to answer the questions in chat, yes, this submarine is pretty much just a timer. And you can even cheat it by shooting the little skull that is lighting up last with fire arrows if you have them. The game just gets confused and lets you through.
Yeah, and of course this is skippable with the leaf as well. But considering how few items they have right now, I understand why they didn't want to wait for that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Jay taking advantage of the hook shot on Cliff Plateau. That's really smart.
Yeah, that's very nice to see. Time to read some mail. Okay, Comely's dad, what do you have? Thank you, Comely's dad.
That's a little awkward.
It is. So the second island that gets Ghost Ship is... I don't even remember that. Looks like we're going to Bomb Island now for Tanjo. Meanwhile, Jay inside of Cliff Plateau.
Yeah, the second island is Diamond Step, but jwiste has already been there. So Bomb Island would be next after that.
Second night is Diamond Step. Okay, I really need to learn that.
I have it like ingrained in my memory from routing Wind Waker any % back in the day.
That's a pretty good thing to have. I honestly, I just opened the map and check where it is.
Yeah, that works. It's actually nice. In the English version, whenever you warp, you see the ghost ship, but in the Japanese version, that wasn't the thing.
It's a good thing that they added that.
It was too complicated for North American players to figure out what the islands actually mean.
That's still less insulting than when they released the first Final Fantasy game here. the Final Fantasy Adventures, I think, which was like a dumbed down version of Final Fantasy. And Joe about to get the mail here. While Jay trying to make it up the island, always good.
So the question is, does Tanjo play the Song of Passing like 3 times here? Or does he wait for the leaf or something like that for the ghost ship?
A very good question, actually, because we do have anything we could need to defeat the ghost ship, and it might be our progression. Who knows?
There's no way I'd do it without the bow or the leaf. It sounds awful.
It does. Especially no ranged weapons on Tanjo. Actually, I just remembered, except the boomerang, but I don't think that hurts our friends the whiz ropes. And now inside of Bum Island, Jay, really keen to hold hands today. About to go join Tanjo inside.
So I'm gonna drop a hot take. Bomb Island is underrated because it is just like Super Monkey Ball. And speaking of Super Monkey Ball, the new game looks really cool.
It does.
Would recommend, even though I haven't played it because it's not out yet.
I gotta say, I do love me some chim orbs. I love that game. Wonderful. Also, I'll be honest, well, for the best part about commentating with you is the fact that Pop Times goes wild in chats the whole time.
Yeah, Pop Time is the best bot on all of Twitch.
Did you make that bot?
I wish. Wish I was that cool.
That's my conspiracy theory right there.
My name would have been Pop Time ZFG.
That'd been good. Barker
Wouldn't sound as
GFZ
good.
maybe.
Fire Mountain. Oh no. Look, I know some people hate P-hats, but Magtails are by far the worst enemy in the game.
Yeah, I have one for you. What about a Magtail that flies?
Did that happen?
I think it can. What if we taught the Magtail to fly? That's the question.
I mean, there was that Magtail that went on the ceiling. It's kind of like Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Spiders
Magtail
don't
Man.
fly; they just stick.
Yeah. But that's a scorpion, or maybe a really hot lobster. I don't know.
All right, Tanjo having a kind of hard time with the waves. But overall, pretty good. This sub is really out of the way.
It really is. 5-star sub is also extremely out of the way, but
Oh, the 6-eye. I had no idea.
yeah, this is 6-eye.
This is what happens when I don't pay attention. You know, my commentary is sometimes like, I do the 50-50 gamble where I assume that I know what I'm talking about, and if I'm wrong, I just embarrass myself. But if I'm right, it looks great.
I do the 0-100 gamble. I never know what's going on. It just works. Yes, wing spiders are a thing,
jwiste
guys.
going into different sub.
Yeah, the
Bomb
Bum Island
Island.
sub. Hey, that Buckalvin just drop kicked his friend.
So this sub you actually cannot do a leaf skip on because the chest spawns at the bottom. So it's actually not that bad to do it early. So the only way you can really speed that up is with the Master Sword, but it's not a huge deal.
And Jay opting out of that art container. I mean, we already have 4. Not so bad. We're starting to run out of overall locations now.
So both runners have the power bracelets, but Tanjo doesn't have that on his tracker. Actually, I don't know if he has anything.
He
Tanjo
hasn't
just
tracked
tracking
anything on his
locations?
personal tracker yet.
Wonder if that's on purpose.
It might be.
I wonder if that's
mean,
an issue with his streamer if he's actually not tracking. That would be wild.
I mean, I play without tracking. I'm so slow at tracking that it's just faster. Oh, go ship by jwiste.
This is bold.
It is, and I like it.
Ghost ship with hookshot, kind of painful. But, you know, as long as you kill that Wizrobe before it spawns enemies, that's really the key. Because then all you have to do is kill the 2 Poes. And they're really free.
Yeah, I'd even make like I'd even say that just don't go after the pose until you're done with that guy. Just safer. But Jay doing a really good job at fighting both at the same time. Time to get possessed.
Taking advantage of that Poe hit to get rid of the first Poe. Smart.
Really good ghost ship by Jay right now. Double magic being found by Tanjo.
That could be useful later if they ever find the leaf.
Yeah, that would be nice. Oh, we'll try for a shard.
This actually is a scene where leaf is not required for anything. Well, like, to beat the game. So it could be like leaf and maze chest or something. They just
It could be.
skip it.
And also we got a shard on Jay's side, so yep, HD vanilla.
Andrew gonna yeet the pig.
Yep, so hope everyone is ready for the laws of physics to just be yeeted out of the window.
So unfortunately, due to that hint play earlier, he only has 2 pieces of bait left, which hopefully will be enough. But I have run out of bait here before.
If you don't throw the pig, usually everything goes fine. Just drop the pig instead.
Yeah, when I learned that, I never messed up. Also, wow.
That's a nice bow.
That is a really nice find from Jay.
Wow.
I'm actually not sure when Tanger's going to dip that island, because the chest on top of Waterfall, you usually like to do that once you have Cabana unlocked. And also, Tanjo doesn't have the hookshot yet, so I think he's like even less likely to try to dip it.
Oh yeah, definitely. It is possible to go open that another bow. So we know 2 bows now. Bow after bow.
So now, if Jay checks the big pig soon, that's going to be fire and ice arrows, which is kind of huge.
It is. And also, imagine if the next thing they check is actually another bow.
Oh no!
That would be more hints by Tanjo. It's time to speed read, everyone. A great to repair bag on the heart.
So they already have a wallet upgrade.
Yep, wallet in ET.
So that's useless.
It is.
Once again, I'm happy to see useless hints.
Capitalism is just waiting in her temple for us. Now we know it.
I think Tanger should rush her temple. And then farm up to 5,000 rupees and forfeit. No, just kidding.
That would be a
Don't
play
do
right
that.
there. That's a power move.
So
Tanjo
Tanjo
missing
doing...
the inside of whirlwind, the whirlpool. Sorry.
So Diamond Step early is a little tricky, and that's one case where Jay's hookshot helped a lot. This trick is really easy to mess up. There is pretty nice setup if you do it from a safe work.
Yep,
Which Tanjo just got. Very nice.
very nice by Tanjo. It's one of those threats that everyone says that it's tricky, but we did it so much in Season 3 that it's just ingrained in some of us. It's just part of us now. Nice little Wind Waker dive inside of the island to go to the top of the waterfall.
So Jay is about to get the fire and ice arrows now.
Yep. We're a yeet of the pig away from fire and ice arrows.
The nice thing about fire and ice arrows is that you have more overworld checks to do to potentially find something that you can use to enter one of these dungeons. So really a lot of times the goal is to clear overworld until you run out of good locations, and fire and ice arrows unlock Ice Ring, Needle Rock, and Fire Mountain. Now obviously they're potentially late locations, but with this seed where we haven't found grapple or leaf yet, I'm assuming they would be checking those before dipping a dungeon.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea right there. And we're very close to a second bow for Jay now. Meanwhile, Tanjo opening the chests on Diamond Step.
Reg, though, get ready.
Oh my god. Hope you guys are ready because this is the second time we see it, but it's always just as hype.
207 rupees.
Yeah, that's huge. Look at those riches. If only Tanjo had the bigger wallet to put Greg in, then that would be just the best. The biggest wallet. Return of the Greg guy. Nice.
Andrew also gonna do ghost ship with no hook shot, but he does
Yeah,
have a
but
bow.
We do have that bow now.
Which I guess is a lot better.
It is. I was about to say, I think you forgot the bow.
Yeah, I did.
It's fine, it's fine.
Absolutely.
I said worse. I've said worse.
Bow for ghost ship is actually like really free. You can do those 4 snipes on the Wizrobe like Tanjo just did. And if you can get the stun lock, which is really just about timing, you can just kill it really quickly.
Yeah, it's been a really nice ghost ship by Tanjo. Getting the Triforce Shard. Equipping the pair. Tanjo going to Needle Rock. Tanjo would have to double dip Needle Rock.
Yeah, that's actually something really convenient for Jay is that with Fire and Ice Arrows now, when he goes to Needle Rock, it's going to just be 1 trip. So that's a guaranteed time save over Tanjo. Unless Tanjo just doesn't come back here.
That's a good point, actually. You never know. You gotta watch the whole race to figure out if they come back. We have birds. We're holding hands through burbs. Nice.
This is cute.
This is so cute.
Oh no. Does he have another pair? Okay, good.
I think it's time to double them. Yep. Dupe
More
the pairs.
watermelon. Look, I don't mind more seagull flying.
I never mind more birds. Holding wings. That's a good way to say it, Sword Quasi.
So Jay from Headstone sailing to Shark.
Pretty sure that is it.
Wait.
Yep. We're gonna go fight Cyclos. Not to be confused with Zephos, even if it's really hard to confuse them in this game because Zephos never shows up.
I didn't want to see him any. Wow, okay.
That's a Master Sword.
So that's actually pretty significant with Forsaken Fortress and logic. Not only is it going to speed up combat throughout the game by doing double damage, but it also allows Phantom Ganon as a check. Tanjo thought real hard about going to Forsaken Fortress there.
Yeah, we were like a button press away from going there.
So I think he's going to do Angular Peak, which is actually really interesting because Jay has already done Angular. I believe it was empty, but he was able to do both checks. So Tanjo might be tempted to double dip this once he finds Hookshot or Leaf.
And we have Jay warping to Great Fish. I think we're going to Needle Rock next, so we will get to see that extra chest inside of the cave that we didn't see with Tanjo. Or not. Okay, we're going to Needle Rock. Tanjo sailing with a restreamer, George. My favorite.
I think the reason Tanjo doesn't want to do Islet early is because he could have just done it at the very start, and also until you have access to Great Fish and to Needle Rock, you kind of don't want to warp to Great Fish. It's like better to combine it with other things.
Yeah, it
But-
is.
Plus, Eyelet early is just slower than using bombs.
But today it was the play.
Yeah, I mean, I think at a certain point you kind of have to compromise because it's like Eyelet of Steel early versus dipping a dungeon and doing it with very few items. So once your checks are like lower quality, you kind of need to sacrifice some of your mental energy and do something more painful.
That's definitely a good way to see it, honestly. At some point, the checks that you have to do in Overworld are just worse than
Yeah.
trying to do something weird.
I don't know if it counts as organic routing, but the way that I route is I just pick whatever I think is gonna make me feel the least pain,
I think
and then I
organic
just do
routing,
that over and over.
organic routing is usually about when you mess up and you just include it in your route so it's seamless. Like if
Yeah,
you
that
fall
works.
in Forest Haven, you go do the Bomnatsla room first, just to make people believe that was the plan.
All right. I'm gonna have to incorporate that then. Although I'm pretty sure I already do that. You know, you just fall down in Forbidden Woods, you just go to Double Mothula room, gamble the rest of the dungeons empty. Whatever works.
Yeah, if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, oh boy. Thank you, Cyclos, for teaching us that song we never knew.
So Jay's gonna take advantage of those fire and ice arrows and go to Ice Ring.
Oh, that's interesting.
So we'll see what is here. I can't imagine that Tanjo's going to get that bow. Well, maybe he will get it soon. Hold on. Maybe he'll just dip DRC here. Honestly, I don't know. The DRC dip here would be like kind of okay. You do have the bow, but you don't have hookshot or grapple or leaf. So like you can't cross any gaps.
Oh man, that's the worst. When you gotta cross the gaps vanilla. Oh no. Jay oakshotting to the chest here, but the side of the chest. Having to do little steps on the ice not to fall down. And now we're gonna have to jump from ice platforms to ice platforms because no leaf. I feel like these seeds have gotten progressively worse. You might have a point there. It might very well be the case. And it is time for flight control platform. Tanjo.
This sub with bow and how successful you are is all about whether you target the Usurp or not.
Yep.
I really like using the Skull Hammer here though, because he's able to stun those chews.
It's a really good idea, honestly. And yeah, I think we just got I think everyone's it's going well. Tanjo, meanwhile Jay finishing things up at warping to Dragon Roost. I'm not gonna lie, in that sub where Tanjo is right now, I really like to take my time between shots on the Wizrobes to kill things just in case.
I'm pretty sure Jay here is going to do Fire Mountain and then also come back to Flight Control Platform. So
Ooh,
I think
bombs.
Jay is also going to get those bombs pretty
Yeah,
soon.
that would be a good plan.
Eyelid of Steel now for that hook shot? Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, we're warping.
Oh,
We could
Forsaken
go anywhere.
Fortress. Okay.
That makes sense, but at the same time, kind of wanted
Oh.
Tanjo to go there.
Tanjo
Fine.
can full clear this. We have strats to do it with the Floor Master. It's a little bit slower, but totally fine. And considering the lack of options in the overworld right now, totally understand this decision. Jay is going to have hookshot in Forsaken Fortress.
Gonna speed it up a little, but not too much.
Yeah.
And we're going for that chest first. Oh, try for shard right there. First check of Forsaken Fortress. We're already finding stuff. While Jay about to finish Fire Mountain. Oh, Tanjo missing the jump here. And Fire Mountain with the money.
I'm always scared of falling there.
And I've seen a few people do that stunt where you just splash in the middle of the air. Sometimes it's just so fast, but sometimes when you miss it, it just feels so bad. There we go, Tanjo getting his second try.
Yeah, so Jay is going to get those bombs.
Yeah, we're going straight to flight control platform sub. And Joe opening the chest on bed. Sadly, it's not loaded tonight.
So he's just going to go to the floor master here. And that's going to put him in jail, which is going to allow him to just leave the jail cell and get the chest outside of the upper jail cell. Really clever exploit that we do that's not in logic.
It is not, and
It
every
is
time
glitches.
yeah, nice little exploit that anyone can do. Best ones. Also, for the people that didn't know, there's a switch on the other side here. On the other side of the door to open it from the inside of the jail. Pretty cute. It's meant to be used the second time you go here in the vanilla game, but I think most of us as kids just got out of the jail the same way we did the first time.
So Tanjo didn't find the dungeon map, I believe. So I think Phantom
you're
Ganon
right.
is empty. But he's not going to be able to defeat Phantom Ganon because in order to actually get up to Helm Rock without Leaf or Hookshot, he would have had to have stored the chest on bed, which he didn't do. Jay, meanwhile, is going to be able to complete this dungeon and full clear. And he's warping there now.
Yeah, Jay now just missing holding hands with Tanjo for a second there. And Tanjo now going to Eye of Steel. And it is right. Yeah, I think Tanjo could have fought Phantom Ganon to get that chest to use storage to go up. That could have
Yeah,
worked.
I think the reason that he didn't do that is because he's going to find Leaf later, almost certainly, unless this seed is just absolutely terrible. So his thought process is he can either fight Phantom Ganon and do Helm Rock now, or he could warp back to Forsaken Fortress and then get to Helm Rock with Leaf, and that's just going to be faster. And he doesn't need that shard until later, so there's just no reason to do Helm Rock now. Finally, there's that hook shot.
Hook shot. And we have a dead Phantom Ganon. Phantom Ganon.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting for Jay. So I think Tanjo is actually going to save quite a bit of time here by just skipping this check.
And we have bombs. We're about to jump on the side of the chest, and now we're trying to get bomb push storage. Went really fast, but trust me, it's harder than it looks. Now we're gonna use that to climb up the walls all the way into the Amarok fight.
It's so much easier to do this in Randomizer than in the vanilla game because you can actually see where you're going. In the
Yeah.
vanilla game, if you store that chest, you get a black screen.
Also, one thing I love about the goal strat that Jay did, even if you mess up and with your angle and end up outside, you can always smash the peg to get in. So, always better to be wrong on the right than the left for that strat. We're back on top range for Tanjo. Still don't have a grapple though, so...
Yeah, this could be the legendary triple dip pop print.
When I get triple dip pop prints, I just go back out and back in, so it's 4 dips.
Damn,
Just
vanilla
to
iron
spike
boots.
the game.
No, just kidding. Wish it was there.
That would have been useful. Most of the songs in that game are pretty good for cat jamming. Tanjo having trouble with the boat. Waves are just too strong today. And it is time to wish a good bird to jwiste. Please, bird.
Tanjo, I think, is going to go to Angular Cave. So there's that double dip that we talked about earlier that Jake got to avoid, which is really convenient for him. And that's going to be kind of unfortunate for Tanjo.
Oh, and
He
the
might
bird,
go
be
dip
nice.
Cabana waterfall chest before Dragon Roost, but honestly, like the only thing that he would get from that is fire arrows, which isn't huge for Dragon Roost with them already having bombs.
That's getting pretty interesting. And Jay opting for the safe strength of using the hammer to hold the whole way of the fight, like that. And Joe now back on Angular. Going for the cave now.
I think it's funny because a few days ago, Tanjo did a seed where he put off Angular Peak until like the very end, and it ended up being a useful item. I forgot if it was Hookshot or something like that.
Well, that's always funny when
And
the
now
hookshot
he
is there.
dipped Angular Peak somewhat early, and at least didn't put it off for hours. So
Let's be honest, when you play a lot of this game, sometimes there's seeds that will like scar you forever.
oh yeah, for
They
sure.
change how you play the game just because you're like, oh man, the other day everything was there.
Yeah, and I think some people route differently just based on what seeds they did versus other players. What kind of damage they did to you mentally.
Tanjo's super happy to get the spoils bag. Should have seen him on this camera. It was pretty
Yeah,
good.
he just popped off,
Yeah.
jumping up and down.
He went back and hugged like his Winnie the Pooh plushies. It was funny. Definitely what happened.
Jay was not wanting to fall here.
I don't blame him. That backing up strat is pretty good too. Not quite as fast as the one Tanjo did, but if you don't mess up, it's pretty quick.
Yeah, Tanjo is going to dip DRC, which I'm assuming has something because
It has to. I'm pretty
I
sure
feel like
that
with
one-
overworld seeds where you just don't find anything, that's when DRC ends up being loaded.
Yeah.
At least that's like my general experience. Like there's absolutely no way that there's no keys on the first floor of DRC. Because they, I mean, there would
You have
not
a point
be any
right there.
progression.
You have a point. I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be one in the first room, but I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, like the next 2 checks after that. And
I
I'm
know,
pretty
but-
sure actually they're going to have enough keys to make it. Like, I think Big Key Chest probably doesn't have a small key in this seed. Although I don't know because they do have fire and ice arrows, which allows them to get that, but no grapple. I'm not gonna try to read any further into the logic than that, though.
The only logic read I'm doing is on that small key that's gonna be here. See? I knew it! I knew it!
100%.
I'm like a psychic, man.
How did you know?
No, man. Maybe my great grandfather was like Nostradamus or something.
I just want to say, though, when I did my first All Sanity spoiler log race and I opened that chest and it wasn't a key and I realized I didn't have one, that was pain.
Yeah. You know what's even more painful? When you do key sanity to avoid having a key there and then there's a key.
Is that even legal?
No, I don't think it is, but damn, did it happen. Yeah, I've seen someone ask in chat, what is... Oh, that's a Triforce shard, by the way. On Arrow Mail.
That's actually kind of huge because
3 shards.
I don't know. So I don't know if Tanjo's strategy is going to be to do Helm Rock as soon as he has Leaf, or if it's just going to be put it off until go mode. It probably makes sense to do it as soon as you have Leaf because you know you're going to do it anyway. I just don't know if that's going to be his decision making.
I mean, it is huge already because it means that 3 shards were inside or linked to Forsaken Fortress, which is kind of amazing in a way.
Yeah, we have those 3 shards and then the 3 charts earlier.
Yeah.
Patterns.
Patterns.
Completely meaningless patterns.
Is it really randomized? Like, is the random number generator on your computer strong enough to create this? It's good enough to create pseudo rainbow, and we love it. What if Leaf is an arrow? Oh my god.
I think Leaf is gonna be in Ganon's tower.
That would be pretty
At least
good.
that's a dream.
I had a dream like that the other day. And I think my psychologist called it a nightmare, but not sure.
Leaf right here? No. I've had a
If you
seed like
say-
that before.
I'm gonna be
So I
honest with
believe-
you, Woofer. If you say Leaf right there before every chest until the end, you will be right at some point.
Nah.
At some point, it's gonna happen.
I wouldn't stoop that low. That's
Do I
like
mean-
when people say that The Simpsons predicted something, but they really predicted everything.
Yeah.
Some of those things are right.
I mean, it's exactly what Nostradamus did too. He predicted so much things that some of them ended up being right, and now people think he's a psychic.
Damn,
Do we have
Tanjo
a-
did that setup and got more distance than I've ever seen. Wow.
I think we have a George here.
Do we have a quick
Hey,
moment?
George. Yes.
Just wanted, since it's been an hour, on this race in particular, and over 5 hours of us being live in ZSR, I just wanted to, like, not just this race, but give a thank you to, like, everyone who's been making this entire series possible, if that's fine with you too.
It's all good, man. All good.
Alright. So, I just wanted to, like, say thank you, not just to this race, because this race, you know, obviously Montgo and Wolf has just been killing on the comms, and Emily, X-Swift, and Crystal Ballas for tracking this race in particular, but also to Orange Plastic Cup, Snacks, Clarion, and Quella, who have been commentating the 2 prior races before, and Halkan, Haley, Circle, and Halkan, Haley, and Circle with the trackers for Game 1 who are no longer joining us. So, it's been a long night, 5 hours, and I'm very hyped to see the conclusion of this.
It's pretty hyped to go to Game 3 in...
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
it is the first Game 3 of the tournament right now. So it's always quite the feeling that first Game 3 just sets the tone. Oh, Tanjo almost falling down, grabbing the ledge barely. Meanwhile,
So far,
Jay-
Dragon Roost looking a little scary.
Yeah. And Joe pulling a bomb before entering the door, so he doesn't look at the bars being put on the door after. Jay having a bit of trouble oak-shotting the mailbox, but everything is fine now. It was wiggling, but it was only the tingle mail, so Jay skipping that.
So one thing that I try to do when I check mail is actually figure out what letters are going to be in the mailbox. Because sometimes it wiggles and it's the letter from Tingle and you can skip it. But I think once you're like 5 hours into Wind Waker, you really don't want to mess up and just skip a letter for no reason. And I think this was one of those cases where Jay was just playing it safe and just checked the mailbox anyway.
It's a pretty dangerous. But playing a few seasons in a row is really high, but it's really hard to keep up your level on all 3 of them. But they're doing a wonderful job for now. Seeing a few mental mistakes, but the execution is just on point.
Yeah, these are definitely 2 of the best runners in this entire tournament.
Jay going glitchless, bringing the pot.
So the winner of this race is gonna end up playing against whoever wins between me and Gabadi.
Oh.
That's gonna be real intense. I'm scared of all 3 of them. Very scared.
Honestly, like, I'm glad I do my predictions by asking my dog who's gonna win, because this tournament was so hard to predict. Right, Tanjo in probably one of the scariest rooms in the game.
Yeah, any room with a magtail, oh god. That one especially.
If you show a picture of a magtail to Woofer, I'm pretty sure his
god, another one.
just rises.
Please.
Hey,
Alright, another Tingle statue.
You
know, any seed that has Tingle statues really late makes me think, like, you know, ankle, probably nothing. Sometimes you have light arrows there and you're like, why?
Usually I'm just like, yes, thank you.
That sword that Tanjo got, obviously huge, but Jay is gonna get it as well, and it still doesn't change that they don't really have anywhere to go besides this. Except Earth Temple, which I don't really want to think about. Leafless Earth Temple.
Leafless Earth Temple? Oh man. I mean, you do get like a pretty good replacement leaf. Thank you, Medley. But it's not the same.
Yeah, if only she could turn in midair. And like
that
medley pumping, that would be cool.
Medley pumping, that sounds wrong, but I'm not gonna question it. Just don't question it. Jay also going for the little hookshot strat to get that chest here.
Vanilla grapple? No. Once again, my predictions are wrong. The randomizer really might be random.
Yeah. My predictions were wrong and my day is ruined. So grapple is outside of the RC. Wow.
So the question now is, you are Tanjo. Point of view. It's game 3 against jwiste in winner's quarters. Do you go to Cabana and check the waterfall chest? Or do you dip Earth Temple? How scared are you of that one check having all the progression? Because for all you know, it could just be the leaf.
And we're going back to Forsaken Fortress to give ourselves more time to think about that one. Tenjo going for the third option.
What is the play here? I guess going to Helm Rock with the hook shot? Maybe checking Arrow's letter? So, I think this play makes sense.
We still have the Phantom Ganon chest, so...
Oh, I guess he's just gonna use that?
Yeah. Looks like it, at least. Might be scared of Errol too, and with good reasons from what we saw.
But obviously getting that letter from Errol isn't really gonna add any progression.
No, but we do have to get it at some point, so...
Yeah.
And like I said, it might be a play that Tenjo's doing to give himself more time to think about what's next.
Yeah, and actually, that whole more time to think thing is why I love save warping, even when it's slightly slower in some places. Because you really do need a break between gameplay sometimes to just figure out your route. Because if you're playing, it's a lot harder to do that.
Yep, it really is. Like when you look at someone play a seed, it seems so easy. Like you're like, okay, next thing I'm gonna do is gonna go there. But when you're playing. Like, you have the controller in your hands. You need to move the stick all the time, and just that takes a part of your brain away. It's just...
Yeah, so the Arrow Mail does have the Triforce Shard, which they're not gonna need for a long time. The Cabana check is what's left in the overworld for Tanjo. However, jwiste has already checked that, and we know that a bow is there. And they don't have access to the actual private oasis inside. Also, that was kind of unlucky there. I think Tanjo went too far left.
Just a little, I think, yeah.
It's really easy to recover this if you can see, so once again, randomizer is convenient.
Thank you, Randomizer. Jay, using the fire arrows in the pot room with the bokoblins instead of using a stick to get the chest.
One thing that's going to be really inconvenient for both runners is that they're going to have to come back to Dragon Roost Cavern, and they won't be able to use a warp pot to get in there because the inter-dungeon warp pots only go between Dragon Roost, Forbidden Woods, and Tower of the Gods.
If you really want to use a warp pot to get back there, that you could, but it's not the best way, I think.
Yeah. I've actually timed it before, and entering Forbidden Woods through the... Or, like, Dragon Roost through the Forbidden Woods warp pot when it's not in logic is slower than just entering Dragon Roost normally.
Which is a shame, because for Earth Temple and Wind Temple, there's a warp pot in Forsaken Fortress that's really fast to get to. Dragon Roost Cavern, there's no way to do it, sadly. NJ getting the sword here. And the extra tingle statue. And while Tanjo setting up. Oh, doing the setup I use. Feels good to not be alone.
This race is actually really close. So Tanjo obviously hasn't done the Cabana waterfall check, but he is, I think, going to leave Forsaken Fortress before... Actually, maybe jwiste is going to leave sooner.
It's going to be really close, honestly. And
I'm not sure if jwiste has overworld locations left.
I think he has one sub, the 5-star sub left.
Right, yeah.
That's it though. And Tanjo, there's gonna be like a big thing for Tanjo to avoid later. Like when he gets fire and ice arrows, it's gonna be real tempting to go do those fire and ice checks. Really tempting. Jay might already have went to 5-star, but yeah, according to his tracker, you are right. Thank you, trackers, for keeping us on track. There's nothing in Overworld for Jay.
Yeah, so I mean, now I think Jay just goes to Earth Temple and then finds the leaf in the grapple or whatever.
Maybe just a grapple. Who knows?
I mean, at this point, they've effectively full cleared Dragon Roost and Forsaken Fortress. Obviously, there's a few checks left in Dragon Roost, and they still have to beat Goma. And then Jay in the overworld really just has the leaf checks, the grapple checks, and ankle.
Yep.
So obviously, he could have gone to Horseshoe there and done Leafless Horseshoe with the hookshot. Could have actually done that a long time ago. But we know that Leaf isn't going to be there. So probably not the best idea.
At that point, I think Earth Temple is your best bet as a runner.
I think the progression just has to be in Earth Temple.
It pretty much has to. Unless like we go in our temple, we find all 3 missing Tingle statues, and then your progression is on ankle. But that's just worse. And Tanjo going to Cabana now. Mailbox is dancing.
So actually, I think this is going to be really tricky for Tanjo, as you said, because he's going to have the Fire and Ice hero checks, and
It's gonna be
also
real
Earth
tempting.
Temple. And no matter what he ends up doing, it's going to be a little scary, because if you go to the Fire and Ice hero checks right away, that's just a lot of time to do them, and they could potentially be nothing. I think they were.
I'm pretty sure they were, yep.
Yeah. And then if you go to Earth Temple with overworld checks left, do you full clear that dungeon, even though there's left side and basement, which are super late, or do you do part of it and then do overworld checks? So that whole decision is just going to be really tricky. It's possible that Tanjo ends up doing like Ice Ring and then just skipping Fire Mountain and Needle Rock, but I guess we'll see what he does. For Jay to be in Earth Temple right now is really nice for him, though.
Yeah, Jay's kind of playing the same seat as Tanjo, but almost with the difference, those small difference on routing, it's just so much more simple to know what to do. There's only like one track pretty much at this point for Jay. Jay getting some arrows from the skull in the corner there. Always a good place to get them. The skulls on the left of this room that we're in right now also have some if you're really hurting for arrows. Using Medley to do that nice little strat where just hammer the peg as you fall into the fumes. Tanjo now inside of Ice Ring.
In this dungeon, they're not really going to be able to do all the chest storage strats because those do require leaf, unless they find it right here.
At some point you're gonna be right, you know?
Well, I didn't mean this chest. I actually think with these early chests, they're like so likely to be small keys that the chance of a useful item being here is kind of low.
It is. It really feels that way.
But we know the progression is here, so it's gonna be either grapple or leaf or delivery bag plus note to mom.
Or a bunch of Tingle statues.
Yeah. Maybe 3 in one chest.
That sounds like something the next version of the Rando should have. Find all 5 in the same one.
So that dungeon map, at this point, you could probably write deed on it and use that to get into the cabana. It is a piece of paper.
I mean, even if we get there, we don't have the grapple to go further down, so...
Yeah.
As much as I want to cheat it, it's just not happening today, apparently. They using nice positioning on the same ray of light to get both sides of the puzzle. While Tanjo now on Needle Rock. Another island that he was at before in the seed.
So Leaf on Maze Chest would actually make this kind of a jet seed because they would get to skip a lot of checks. Like if they find grapple soon and then also the last bow, the last sword, and the last shard, it's going to be a pretty fast seed.
Yeah, it could be it has really good potential to be one of those fast but annoying seeds to play.
Now the question is Tanjo going to do Fire Mountain?
It's a good question. It's one check. It is pretty slow. There's nothing around it, so everything's possible at that point. We're about to see where he warps, so stay tuned. Yeah, we're going to Fire Mountain. Was pretty clear.
More
Fire Mountain.
Magtails.
More Magtails. I mean, almost the last one of the seed if you don't count the super big Magtail inside the Veganu's cavern that we actually need to kill at some point.
Jay, without the leaf, not able to do the strat here where you leaf and reflect the light off your back. So this is going to be like a real slow Earth Temple. And actually, if he doesn't find leaf soon, the left side and the basement are going to be even more painful.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. But hey, at this point, Jay knows that even if it's painful for him, it's going to be painful for Tanjo too. So, here's the grapple.
Okay. So there's actually a chance that the leaf is just behind the grapple checks instead of an Earth Temple.
Could be.
And that makes it so difficult to make any decisions here. Although you really don't need the leaf to beat the game, so they're not necessarily looking for that specifically. But like, where do you even go here when you have grapple unlocking the last check in paw print? Like, what if the leaf's in there? And then the leaf checks lead to the last swords and bow.
Everything is still possible. And yeah, George just catching up for those nice little BAM points.
Pretty much any seed with an open endgame is just really difficult to route, and you can get really unlucky. And Earth Temple definitely makes that happen a lot of the time.
It's even more difficult because, like, oh, nice trick by Jay right there. It's even more difficult at that point of the seed because you've been playing for an hour and a half, and you have to make potentially the biggest decision in the seed. You're already tired, especially our runners today that have already done 2 races before that. I would not want to be in their pants today. Oh boy.
Getting the big key is pretty nice there. Because they're not going to be able to do big key skip.
I see people reacting in chat, but I forgot. I translated this expression wrong. It's in their shoes, I think, in English. But in French, we say, je voudrais pas être dans leur pantalon, which is like exactly the same.
I was confused too, I just didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, sorry. I went too French for a second there. It is shoes. Yep, I forgot. I am very French, you can blame me later. That's very good.
So now, is Jay going to just do Valhalla or go to the basement? I'm not really sure. I guess you don't gain too much out of doing Valhalla since you don't have delivery bag yet. But it is possible that he's going to leave and finish up the grapple checks. So like finish up Dragoner's Cavern, check paw print, and then do the rest of Earth Temple.
That sounds like a plan, actually. Also, Jahala with Mirror Shield. Oh my god. So much nicer to have the light arrows when you're here. They're doing pretty well with the bomb strats here.
My first time playing the game, I played on keyboard, and obviously in vanilla you don't have the light arrows here, and I didn't know that you could see up to aim, so I had to like adjust the sensitivity in the Dolphin controller settings every single time before I aimed at Valhalla so that I could actually hit the boss.
And oh my god. Nice job from Jay. Honestly, everything's going pretty well. Killing 2 foes at the same time here.
Clean quick
And
spins.
it's already over. I think my favorite strat when you play on keyboard is to put the Wind Waker on escape so you can stop playing as soon as you try to do storage.
Yeah, my favorite strat, you press the Alt key and you hold that, and then you press F4.
That's pretty good too. That's pretty fast. Tanjo opting to do the puzzle the intended way before going to the right side here.
All right, Jay, what are you gonna do?
Big decision right there for Jay.
All right, I think he's going to stay in Earth Temple. I would honestly totally understand if he wanted to leave, though, because doing the rest of this dungeon without Leaf just sucks.
It really does. But we're going back. Jay,
doing
not afraid
left
of
side?
anything. It is smelling like left side since we're bringing Medley with us. And Tenjo finding that nice Earth Temple map there. Always good when you want to know where to go in Earth Temple. Oh, Jay going for that little strat here. Pretty cute one. We're gonna side up all the way to the stairs before they go back up. Instead of doing the room vanilla. So is left side gonna have something today? Is the question.
At this point, though, what happens with seeds a lot of the time when it gets late, even though these checks are like super late, you know, deep inside Earth Temple and terrible, they still need 3 items left for go mode.
Oh,
Plus,
yeah,
also, they need to find the leaf somewhere. So there's just not enough checks in the game for it not to be somewhere in Earth Temple, probably.
And it feels safe to just stay there and full clear it while you're there because it is kind of slow to go back.
But it could also just be empty.
It could. Everything is possible. We said that many times about Rando, but it is a game that keeps on giving. Everything could happen. Line arrows on left side for Jay, so
That's one of those 3 go mode items that they needed.
it's also really nice to get right before this room because oh god, this room.
And it's gonna be really nice for the next room as well because they don't have leaf. So
Oh,
they
that is
can't
true.
skip that room with the reduds, but having light arrows there is gonna make killing them quite a bit easier. Yeah, should have went left side before Jalhalla.
Yeah, it could have been good too. A delivery bag too, so note to mom now coming in play.
Yeah, and because Jay has done Jalhalla, he'll be able to check letter from Bido's mother and letter from Bido. So 2 extra checks to do, plus that 1 check in Paw Print, and also the big key chest in Dragon Roost.
It could. It makes me wonder, are we gonna go to the basement? Are we going outside to check everything that we found? Big question. Oh, try for a shard.
So now at this point, Jay just needs 1 more sword. And honestly, well, I don't know where Jay's going now. Oh, I guess he's gonna do the redud room last.
Yep, he skipped that one on the way in. And Stalfos, for once, being able to do his job and hitting us.
So with 1 go mode item, it's kind of tough because it could be on letter from Bido or Bido's mother, and then you
It
just
could
skip the
be
basement completely.
anywhere.
You could do some kind of like saves come strat where you check some
You
stuff
could.
and then soft reset back to Earth Temple.
You could. I've seen someone do that in some finals.
Cool purple ruby.
I know why Jay did that in that order. He did it so he could save warp out if it was nothing.
Well, even if it was something, he could still save warp out because he
Yep.
needs to go to the basement next. So really smart routing there.
Yep, very smart.
Changing his mind, kind of okay.
Not too sure what he's doing, but now we're going to the basement. He wasn't too sure, but now we know.
I mean, it's a really tough decision, and this could like make or break his entire tournament. And we're not gonna know for at least a little bit whether it's the right decision.
Also, I love how he was bringing medley with him, but the warp pots are just so nice and rando.
I will say though, it does look like Jay has the lead, at least for now, just based on having done left side and beaten Jalala. It is still possible, very possible, for Tanjo to win if the sword is somewhere where Jay checks later and Tanjo just gets to skip some checks. But for now, Jay does have the advantage.
Yeah, they're both playing really well, but a few little things in Jay's seed went really nicely his way. That first little dip inside the Valley of Steel, giving us the hook shot super early, definitely helped. Trying to set up medley. Do rest of these strats.
Well,
Here's
there's
our
that
wallet.
hint. You know?
Yeah,
Thank you,
that
fish.
ends.
You were right.
For once, the fish come in clutch. Yes, the top of the Deku tree is also in logic. We do have the grapple right now. And the
Okay.
Master Sword!
So now Jay is in Go mode. Just
Yep.
gonna go defeat Goma. And considering where Tanjo is right now, this is gonna be kind of brutal.
I think it's gonna be brutal, yeah. We have a leafless Go mode, so maybe someone is gonna have to go back to this seed later and find out where the leaf was.
My guess would be vanilla.
It might be vanilla, honestly.
I think we're just not gonna find out.
Yeah, we're not gonna find out today. But maybe someone is crazy enough to tell us at some point. But Jay now warping back to Dragon Roost Island, gonna make his way back to Dragon Roost Cavern and fight the Dragon Roost boss. You should probably close your eyes, Woofer, because it's a really big Magtail. Like, huge Magtail.
I don't know if Goma counts as a magtail.
It looks like a Magtail, at least.
This strat that Tanjo is doing is like real precise.
It is,
Too hard
yeah.
for me.
I've tried that one. Didn't end well. But Tenjo's gonna do it, and I'm sure it's gonna work. Hey, look at that. Tenjo clearing the wall room in one swift motion. With the glitchless strat, yep. Jay now using the warp pot. Never opened that second one. Making it even faster to get to Goma. Using the hookshot there to hookshot the torch. By the way, completely in logic. First time I got to do that in a seat, I was like, why is that open? Why are those chests free? I don't understand. Tenjo's last bow is on the left side of her temple. That's dipping into the lava right there. Jay, while Tanjo about to open the big key chest. It's a compass. It was grappling once again. Meanwhile, Tanjo getting his sword. Not the go mode though, but we're getting closer.
Hopefully Tanjo goes left side. Although part of
hopefully.
me wants him not to, so we find out where the leaf is.
That could be also nice, but I'd be sad for a runner though.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure my dog predicted Tanjo to win, so... Oh boy, dog. Not doing well this season.
Yeah, I think the hook shot helped Jay with avoiding the double dip at Angular and also at Needle Rock.
It definitely did, yeah. Also, it did put those Fire and Ice arrows earlier in his way. Just by being there.
But I do think, like, overall their routes weren't too different.
They
did the dungeons kind of the same. So...
Yeah, Tanjo had like three double dips that Jay never did. Oh.
And also in Earth Temple, both basement and left side were required, so both of them are going to end up doing it. Yeah. I don't think that there was like this huge luck discrepancy. Obviously the hook shot did help, but I don't think it like fundamentally changed things that much. This is probably just Jay playing really fast, as he does.
Jay pretty quick. Pretty damn quick. And now the speedster is about to go to IRO. So we never found those three last single statues. Who knows, maybe Ankle as
well, Tanjo has 3 of them. So I don't know where the other 2 would be. Probably behind Grapple and Leaf somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe Leaf's on Ankle. You know, we can dream.
It could be. Tanjo gonna play Common Melody to bring Medley near him. We're doing the spell key skip for reasons I can't really explain, but I like it.
Okay, entering Hyrule at round 135.50. So probably gonna end up with 143.
It seems like a fair assumption right there. Also, this seed, for how bad it was for a while, is still gonna end up being really fast.
Yeah. 143 is a really fast time for Earth Temple and Logic.
Is.
Especially actually clearing all of Earth Temple.
Without
but you know, that's what happens when you don't have to do any of the leaf checks.
Yeah. It's surprising how good not having the leaf is, in a way. Not finding something huge, it always saves you a few checks, it feels. And avoiding out here. And Joe getting screamed at. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah man, I do love the sound of Red-Heads in the morning.
Grapple skip is going to be extra scary without the leaf.
That is true.
And the
Grapple
rope
skip
climb.
without that.
Sim, what is DN?
Good question. Hey, that's a delivery bag. But that will be DB. Jay missing the first shot on Phantom Ganon. But now making Phantom Ganon into a Phantom. Again.
I think something else that was kind of awkward for Tanjo was coming back to Forsaken Fortress and then having to do the Phantom Ganon storage anyway. I don't think it was like a huge thing though, because that's just a warp. But I think these like kind of small time losses added up with Jay playing so well.
Apparently, according to chat, you were right about the leaf being vanilla. Someone went ahead and did a moon jump. Apparently.
Hard logic read.
Angel about to get go mode in this room here. And while Jay starting to fight with Puppet Ganon.
I think the vanilla leaf on this seed should add a few ban points.
It shouldn't, but we never saw it, so... I don't know if we give ban points or not. Oh, and go mode combined with the PG1 being killed at the same time.
Tanjo's
now-
gonna have to defeat
Jahala.
Jahala here.
Yeah.
And I do think this was the smart play, saving Jahala for the end. If you're planning to stay in Earth Temple, you may as well take the warp out. Plus, if you find the light arrows, you get to use those. Oh, have the runners not interviewed at all?
Not at all. We're getting
Well-
interviewed for all 3 races, apparently.
So unfortunately,
Which is great because
barely
I haven't
watched
seen
the first
race
2
one.
races.
I haven't seen the first one, so...
Maybe they can like give us a summary of what
Yeah.
happened.
Also, if the chat has any questions about things that happened in the first 2 races, don't hesitate to type them down. Sorry, to French again.
Yeah, the runners specifically requested to do like an interview series all the way at the end. They did not want interviews in the middle, as far as I understood it when we were opening the first room.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And PG2 has been defeated.
Although if I did 3 races back to back, I would just not interview and sleep instead.
I'd probably do the same.
Maybe never play Wind Waker again.
Maybe play 4th Seed tonight. Run it back, you know?
Yeah, maybe the back-to-back-to-back run back. So you do 6 seeds.
Oh, it does make sense.
Anyone interested in that?
Oh man. Jay,
I hope
spinning.
not.
We're not sleeping tonight, everyone. Best of 11, please. Oh boy. And PG3 has been defeated at the same time as Jahala. They're doing everything at the same time. And Tanjo now officially about to go out? I don't think he's out open arrow mail yet. It will be the missing shard.
Well, he still needs to do Goma, right?
Oh yeah, Goma, you're right. Sorry, forgot Goma.
Almost said Go mode.
Go
Which I guess
for
it
Go
is.
mode. Alright, time for grapple skip for Jay. The most dangerous grapple skip of all time.
He was using a different chain than runners usually do.
Interesting.
Oh,
Oh.
using the grapple. You know,
I respect that. I respect that.
I would be scared too.
It was really dangerous in this one. The grapple skip. You are right. Not going for mortal over though. Just hookshotting. And we're in. The final fight for jwiste. Everything's going well for now. The script is respected. Because yes, this last fight is pretty much wrestling. And endorses the paid actor. Always does the same things.
This fight's easy. Seems scary, but you know, Papaganon is so much harder as a boss.
It is. That's true. And this fight, it seems easy until you mess up a little. And then the script is just, it's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the serious.
Oh my god.
GG.
GG's in chat for jwiste, finishing with an official time of it went too fast, too much GG's, I don't even know anymore. But a nice time for jwiste, winning the best of 3. GG's to you, jwiste.
Oh, you are very quiet. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Oh, now I can hear you.
He's there.
Hello.
He's there now.
Am I on the right?
GG. Yep, we can hear you.
All right. And you're finished with this 3rd race in a row. You just won this best of 3. Congrats, jwiste. Congrats.
Thank you.
So I have
proud.
a question from game 1. Someone in chat is very adamant about asking why you didn't put on the heroes chart.
So that actually takes time.
It does, but
I respect that. The right answer.
I don't. But
I
don't
mean, I
respect
put it
but I
on
respect
because
it.
I put it on because I like seeing enemies' health. But at the same time, like, you know, going fast, most important thing.
If you want, you can watch my PB in Glitchless Hundo in HD, where I do equip the Hero's Charm because it doesn't take time.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think in race 3, the really small thing that really gave you a big edge in the end, Jay, you went to either steal straight away and got the hook shot, and that saved you like a bunch. Strangely, saved you a bunch of double dips that Tanjo did.
Yeah, now that I think about it, like, that led to bombs, if I remember. Or no, it didn't lead to bombs. It couldn't lead to bombs. This was gross, but...
This seed was. It was gross and not gross at the same time. It's kind of special because this seed was gross all the way in, but we still had a 143 on it.
Dragon
yeah,
Tanjo.
'cause if you look at my tracker like skips so much. Like overworld stuff.
Yeah, that is true. The fact that we didn't find Leaf, except someone went back in the seed in chat and found the Leaf for us.
Yeah, I saw that.
Thank you, Snacks, for finding that.
Right, we're gonna do a little bit of a time travel here for those who don't know the races run on stream delay. And I'm gonna get Tanjo in here into the thing because I'm pretty sure we all know about at this point Tanjo has already finished with the 10-minute stream delay. But
Oh my
hello
god.
there.
Hello.
Angel's
GG's.
playing
GG's,
at the
Angel.
same time as talking.
Yeah.
This seed was a pretty interesting one. Like I said to Jay before, it's one of those seeds that was disgusting the whole way through, but still really fast somehow.
Yeah.
Any scene
Yeah.
with FF though is gonna be fast.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that grapple placement pretty troll.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean,
It could have
just
been worse though, because when you guys got in Earth Temple, it was like, what if we find 3 Tingle statues and then you have to go back out for ankle?
true. Yeah. No tingle this time. No leaf either. I see you didn't get leaf either, Jay.
Yeah, no, do you know where it is? Cause
No, I don't.
Snacks went back to find it with Moon Jump and found it on the Deku tree.
Vanilla leaf after
Yeah.
all this thing.
I mean, you don't really need the leaf though, so it's fine.
You don't,
No,
but would
yeah.
have been nice. Would have been nice.
Now, I actually just got cool permission. I just asked in the admin chat about this, but we will be, if I wish, we will be joined by the Game 1 and Game 2 commentators, so we have Orange Plastic here as well.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Hello.
Hello.
We're gonna have a big
Party, man.
meetup after this entire series, because I think the series deserves it.
Should we review in reverse then?
This was
Or-
definitely an event.
It was
It was fun though. I enjoyed it.
the event of the century.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have to pull up my VOD to like see what happened in Seed 1 too.
I have a question that is actually for all the seeds at the same time. How does it feel to finally be finished after the third race? And are you guys gonna run it back in casual after?
Yeah.
Maybe. But
Honestly, I don't feel too tired. I thought I'd be very exhausted because after my race with DJ, I was just like really tired. But I don't know, maybe it's adrenaline or something.
Might be. The dopamine from finding out the leaf wasn't Deku Tree just got you back.
Yeah. But yeah, this seed was weird. I definitely did not like my routing this seed. It was a lot of like go here for one check and then leave. But
Yeah,
I was really desperate to find grapple.
One thing that did happen in this seed is Jay went for Islet of Steel straight away at the beginning from Needle Rock
Hmm.
and found the hook shot, and that saved him a few double dips that you did, Tanjo.
Hmm,
So
yeah. I was definitely thinking about it when I saw we started at Needle Rock, but
the only thing that I regret is not doing a super swim to it, because I remembered right away like I should have super swam, but
yeah.
and we're joined by more commentators. Little snacks.
Hi, Snacks.
I'll,
I missed you, gamer.
the band's back together. But yeah, as far as game one goes, I was really like nervous or something. Like I was not playing well. I don't know if you could tell, but my execution method was really bad. Like for a lot of things.
There were definitely some leaf pumps I noticed that I was like,
Yeah.
you normally get these, and I think not Trog Hop, but that same second statue. Remember you were having trouble with that in some casual races.
I gotta
Right.
say though,
Your
guys,
mental was kind of off.
I
Yeah.
gotta say, for game 3, both of you never missed a leaf pump. I don't know how, but
True. Yeah. Too good. I was thinking about not doing grapple or grapple skip at the end. But I was
yeah,
like, I didn't mess up games 1 and 2, so I'm probably fine for game 3, right? I was.
well, that's a good start to PG here.
whoa, spoiler, whoa.
True. True. I may or may
Rewind,
not have
rewind.
messed up, grapple skip.
Control Z or whatever.
Yeah.
I was only mad about my puppet cannon because on phase 1, I hit the second shot, but he had iframe still. Like it was like dead center on his bulb, and then I just didn't get crip at all.
Oh, right.
Feels bad.
man.
Happens to everyone. Hey, that was a pretty fast phase 1 of Puppet Ganon. Good job, Tanjo.
Thank you. I wonder how
Well-
phase 2 will go.
Oh man. I wonder how grapple skip will go.
Yo, do you want to do a prediction on grapple skip? I think he fails it.
I think it's time. I think it's
I
time.
think might have to go all in on fail, yeah.
That's a nice double crip.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Honestly, all 3 seeds I thought were pretty interesting. I mean,
The
this
first one was-
for
The
obvious-
first one, in my opinion, was the most straightforward.
That one was really fast at first. Like it
That one
was
very much a jet seed.
yeah.
Yeah. I thought my routing for that one ended up like I assume you did a similar route. Is that the one with leaf on grandma or something? It was like a really
It was-
early leaf.
It was
I
not
think.
Notamam, which was
Oh.
Learn Child.
Right. Yeah. So I was like, okay.
Yeah,
I felt like I made all the right decisions. Yeah. Like I went to Outset and got that, and I went to like a horseshoe and I got a shard or something, and it's just like I feel like I was making the right decisions, but then I don't know. Just execution overall was not great.
Well, that Forbidden Woods in Seed 1, my god.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Six required items plus Kellight Amos, so like.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was beautiful. I loved
Yeah.
it. It was
Yeah.
so nice.
As soon as I saw I had everything I needed for Forbidden Woods, I was like, yeah, Forbidden Woods gonna be loaded historically. So, and it was. So
I mean, historically, if we want to go back, even in season 1, people were saying that Forbidden Woods was loaded. Like, they called it Value Woods or something. So, it is historical, in a way.
mhm.
There's a
That was the only seed with Forbidden Woods, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or did seed 2 have it?
No.
Who knows?
No. It was like the other. It was Forbidden Woods, and Earth Temple in the first one, and then Tachi, and then the second one was DRC, Wind Temple, and Tachi. So it was cool. We got to see all 3 or all 6 dungeons today.
The best
Yeah.
of
Oh, yeah.
served us.
Matachi route.
Yeah,
I don't know
Tachi.
if it's actually faster, but it feels faster, so I did it. I
Where'd you
stored
do
the chest with the first Armos,
Okay.
and then just walk into the loading zone for mini boss.
Okay.
Like walk through the door.
Yeah. I was testing that route. I found it to be slower, but I think it's an interesting route for sure.
It feels good to do tricks.
It probably just
Oh,
depends
yeah.
on like how fast you get storage and stuff, but
Well, also, if you do that strat, you can also like get a 0 cycle pretty much in the room outside of mini boss, because if you shoot the eye, you can actually just walk straight to it and hop across before it like comes fully out.
Also, send your GGs in the chat because Tanjo just finished, not 10 minutes ago, just now.
Hey, GG, Tanjo.
GG Tanjo.
Good job on finishing
Jeez.
just now.
Thank
now.
you.
Not
Wow.
before.
What
he's
can I
smurfing
say?
out here.
Talking
Interviewing
at
and
the same
finishing.
time.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was a really good PG for talking the whole time.
Yeah. What can I say? My cat had the controller. Nope, I did not say
Oh,
that.
yep.
A cat with the
Oh.
controller? Man, what's
Yeah.
next? The guy's gonna ask his dog to do his predictions for him? Fuck.
True. Did you go DRC without grapple this seed? Jay?
Yeah, yeah. And then I cleared it up to rope bridge, and I just left rope bridge and big key.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, quite the time discrepancy, I have to say. I
I
don't.
feel like I played
think it's
very
all hook
cleanly,
shot.
but
Okay.
From what
Yeah.
I saw, Jay played really well, but
Yeah, Jay
Nice.
was really clean in this scene. Also, like I said, the few double dips that you did that he didn't do,
Sure.
did-
Yeah.
it did a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm assuming in the second seed you got the sub at Headstone early.
Which one was that? What was it there? I don't remember.
Wind Temple should have been your last dungeon. Wind Temple was
Uh,
that
Yes, Wind Temple is go mode. Yeah.
one? Yeah.
So I got the pearls, and then Tachi opened up, and I was like, peek Tachi, hop across, see what's there. And it was delivery bag. And it didn't pay off for the longest time until I got Note to Mom from the Tingle statues.
Oh.
And then I got Iron Boots, and then Bombs was my go mode. So I go moded both Tachi and Wind Temple. Well, I mean, I go
see.
moded the rest, yeah. So,
Yeah,
Pretty
full
amazing.
cleared Tachi and then
yeah.
full cleared Overworld. I was in Malgera when you finished, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm finishing this one.
Yeah,
go next.
yeah.
But yeah, guys, I gotta say, congrats on making the first best of 3 of this tournament, an actual 3 race game. Was pretty
Mhm.
It
cool.
was beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful both three. Couldn't have asked for a better one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really happy I went to 3 games. I didn't want to get swept, and I didn't, so I'll take it.
There you go.
Oh man.
But also, Ghost Ship had lights, first 2 seats.
Oh, yeah.
What is up
Oh.
with that?
Oh yeah.
Random,
I had a shot at this scene too.
I actually felt really bad for Tanjo because I remember you were routing in. You were gonna go Needle Rock and do Diamond Step.
This was so sad.
And like as soon as you hit Needle Rock, I just heard like I'm like, oh no, feels bad.
It was super required.
Yeah.
I had one time where I had a really tight ghost ship cycle, but I made it.
What even happened? Yeah.
This seed I like played Song of Passing like 3 times at bomb because I already did Crescent and Diamond Step, so I was just like, well, I guess I get it here.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting overall to see, like, just those little routing differences make everything make such a big difference in the end. What's just fun? Just a fun day. A good day for Rando.
Good day for Wind Waker.
Yeah, good day for Wind Waker, Rando.
Hell, 6 hours of taking over.
The bow on Cabana was also kind of gross.
This didn't even feel like 6 hours. This sounds like 3. I don't know why.
Also, Cabana had 2 swords in the second seed, if I recall correctly.
Sure did.
That's pretty spicy.
It sure did. I was waiting for delivery bag to pay off for that, but then I realized that you could super easily just get the hook shot. And I was like, damn it.
Also,
I really wanted delivery bag to lock so much more stuff so that the hop across boxes was so much more worth it.
Yeah.
Also, we couldn't have
a
sorry.
Good, so.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
We couldn't have a better ending than the Ketchum the song playing all the way at the end. Couldn't have had a better ending, but that's just fate. That's just fate at this point.
Any
is this happening today?
Also, I dragged down the audio instead of my own mic, so oops. Oh no. What a series it's been, folks.
It has been amazing, and this couldn't have happened without all of the commentators, all of the trackers, George being there.
Let's give them all such a big shout out again, especially the trackers. Yeah, no problem. Let's give them all. Let's give them all a big shout out again. Let me just pull that up because I can't even remember that many names. Let me go into the volunteer chat.
There's a lot of names today that have worked on this free stream.
Yep. So
best of 3.
Yep, we were joined by Orange Plastic Cup and Snacks for Game 1. That Game 1 was also tracked by Halkin Haley and Sir Cliff. We were joined by Clarion and Caller for Game 2, and then Halkin Haley double duty to tracking on Game 2 again, and then we were joined by Emily X Swift for tracking. And then Game 3, obviously Mont Golden Wolf received you killing it with the last one. And then Emily X Swift double tracked the second game, and we were then joined for the last game on tracking by Crystal Ballas. It has been an absolute blast working with all of these people, and I hope I see more of you. I just hope I see more of this.
Yeah.
I hope to see more best of 3s go to Game 3 because I had a joke that I didn't get to do, and Tenjo, you need to do a best of 3 again so I can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna run it back in the loser's bracket.
I believe in it. Loser's bracket is not the end. It's just the beginning.
So this is where we start sweating about how stacked loser's bracket gets.
Yep.
It's already stacked, and now you put Tanjo in there. Ugh.
So, best of 7 for finals?
True.
I mean, if you want 9 hours straight of Wind Waker, let's do it.
It needs to be back-to-back, though. I really enjoyed this back-to-back.
Yeah, I love it when like series go like that, right? I did remind both the runners to take stretch breaks after the run because that is very well needed. But yeah, it's been a blast. Best of 21. Oh god, no. Okay, that might be too long. I believe to confirm.
That sounds like something Yuki would do.
Just to confirm, the semifinals are still best of 3, correct? And then the finals are best of 5, right?
Yes, the finals are best of 5, or no. The winners finals are best of 3, and then the grand finals are best of 5 with the person coming from the winners bracket starting with a 1-0 advantage.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love it when they do that. Good decision.
It's gonna be pretty hype. There's a bunch of races still coming in this tournament. Also, Challenge Cup still going on.
Yes,
there's a bunch of matches from that too.
Speaking of that, Gymnast vs Clarion, we have one of the comms joining us from Game 2. Tomorrow Racing at 2 p.m. Eastern, they will be doing Game 1 and Game 2. Unfortunately, she's not going to go to Game 3 as far as you can see here on the schedule. But yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow on Thursday, or that is 8 p.m. Central European Summer Time. So another, potential back-to-back red bear. And then in Losers Bracket Round 1, we still got Sir Clip versus Neepy and Sir Yes versus Artemis at 9 p.m. on Thursday for one match and 9 a.m. on Friday, both Eastern. So that is for Sir Clip versus Neepy, that is 3 a.m. Central European Summer Time on Friday, and 3 p.m. Central European Summer Time on Friday for Sir Yes versus Artemis. So these are both, also good races to watch.
All the races are good to watch.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is awesome to see so much Wind Waker happening at the same time.
Yep.
The takeover is real.
It's
The
here to
next month,
stay.
whatever, and then
The next month after that. Next
true,
month after
true. Player Log Season 3, Eyes Wide.
that.
Oh man. Is the whole tournament a best of 3? Because we're doing 2 tournaments in a row, right? Season forever.
Yeah, you thought the season 3 was long. We have season 4, 5, and 6 now.
Surprise!
Yeah, surprise.
Alright, folks.
I think it's gonna be all for us.
Yep, as much as it pains me to say, as much as I've been enjoying my time here on the streaming deck here, and I've been enjoying all the commentaries and all the thoughts by the trackers, all this amazing gameplay. It is time to say goodbye. But as I said, we'll be seeing you tomorrow again for Gymnast vs Clarion. I'm hyped for that too.
Yeah,
And
thank you again to George and all the volunteers.
Huge shout outs to George.
Huge shout out
No
to
problem.
George. Thank you so much.
Yep.
And
Let's
shout
just
out also to George All Capture. Shout outs to him.
Yes! Oh, George after doing the people's work.
my alt
Unsung
capturing the
hero.
Discord voice. Yeah, I use 2 accounts for production. It's nice. It means I can use my main account for other things while I'm busy, while I'm restreaming. But yeah, I think at this point we just kind of do an alphabetical. Let's just do an alphabetical roll call final thoughts here. So Javis.
I'm tired. First time I've skipped sleep, I think, ever in random.
You deserve some sleep. And yeah, it's not the end of the road for you. We'll see you on Losers Bracket. Monko?
Everyone should go to the chest on bed after 3 races. Everyone. Everyone.
Also, Javis won, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He won the 2 out of 3, yeah.
Orange Plastic Cup, do you have any final words for us?
Bomb Island cringe. Don't cheat at golf.
Snacks?
Stop desecrating golf and GG's owners.
Tanjo? Actually, no, sorry, we said Tanjo's in Losers Bracket, not Javis. Oh my god, I've confused it. Okay, it's been 6 hours. Okay, I have an excuse. Okay, it's been 6 hours.
You do have a good excuse.
That's true. That's true.
Alright.
I hope you enjoyed our file names.
Pog champ, dude.
George Alt, any last words?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I mean, I've been enjoying this so much. I don't know much about the game, but I've been enjoying this entire series, and I'm really glad we went to Game 3. And yeah, we'll stream all tomorrow. And I think it's only appropriate that to end the stream, we'll have, I think you're the main tourney or admin / organizer. I think it's only appropriate that Woofer, CFG, ends the stream here. So Woofer, what are the final match of the game of the series? It's all yours.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to restream everything. Just in general, this community has been great about having volunteers participate, and hopefully we can keep that up, especially for Challenge Cup races. Lots more races this week, and next week, and the week after that. It's gonna be a lot. Also, hopefully I win versus Gabari, so I get to face jwiste.
True.
I'll probably
at
lose.
5 a.m. Kappa.
Yeah.
5 a.m.
Alright, folks. It's been a pleasure. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye,
Good night, everybody.
gamers. Love you.
Y'all are cute.